Hi guys! Right, I forgot I didn't show you around my room, did I? I've splashed out. Well, they try and make it nice, but this cost me 50 quid for the night. Kitchen that you're never really going to use. Table, settee, telly, a desk, which is quite handy, I guess. Bedroom. The shower's gross. The state of the shower. That's gross. Right, something out of Hitchcock Psycho, isn't it? Yeah, bum gun as usual. To be fair though, it's got a nice little balcony. I don't know whether I'm going to get any sun here. It's got a nice little balcony out here, I suppose. The swimming pool is rather grim, I've got to say. The swimming pool is rather grim. It's green and mouldy and not the best. So, I thought, I'm nearly there. I'll splash out. Is it worth 50 quid? I suppose it is, yeah, I suppose it is worth. You get into this mindset of, well, I'm not paying more than 15 quid for a hotel room. You get into that mindset. And when it comes to 50 quid, you're like, well, how much? Yet you pay what? 80 quid back home for just a bedroom. This also includes breakfast, which I'm going to go down and have a look at anyway. And I'm sick of mozzie bites. Absolutely pig sick of these little twangles. Anyway, so today is just me, a laptop and a telephone to desperately try and get a cargo boat. I've got a list of people to ring. I've been emailing people because they say, why didn't you organise it before? Well, you can't organise it before because you don't know how long it's going to take to get somewhere. For example, the ferry, 6-hour delay. Buses, 3-hour delay. So if I go and book something to get me over to Darwin and I miss it, hang on, there's somebody at my door. Hello. No, I've no laundry, thank you. What time does breakfast finish?
4.
Breakfast finishes at 4 o'clock.
Breakfast?
Breakfast? I was going to say, that's a long old breakfast, that is.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, that's lovely. Thank you very much. Do I have any laundry? Right, okay. No, I've just had it done, actually. And I didn't forget it either. So it's just me. I've got all, people say, well, why didn't you organise it before? Well, you can't because transport gets delayed. And if I booked somewhere if I booked a cargo ship and missed it, I've lost God because it's quite expensive to get over there on a cargo ship, apparently. So that's why I didn't do it in advance. Chuffing mozzie bites. That's why I didn't do it in advance because you can't guarantee you're going to be anywhere at any time. So, right, that's what I'm going to do. That's all my day going to be spent just on the internet trying to sort stuff out and hopefully get a cargo boat. It could take between 1.5 and 2 days on a cargo boat, which is absolutely fine. I shall still be back for 5th of April for my Q&A at Russ Brown's Magic of Illusion house play. Russ Brown's House of Illusion. April the 5th, I'm doing a Q&A. I'll put the link below. I think there's only about 10 tickets left. So if you want one, grab one. Yeah, so what if I don't get a ship? How will I feel? I'll feel slightly disappointed that I didn't manage to make the last 400 miles. But it is a bit of a big ask, to be fair. The more sort of research that I've done in it these past few days, I should have actually said, let's get to Timor Leste rather than Australia, because it is one hell of a challenge. So, I will be slightly disappointed that I couldn't do that final stretch on a plane, but hey, it's a 50-minute flight. you know, to make it to Timor Leste from the UK. I'm sorry. It's took some doing, it really has. But I'm going to work hard today. I'm going to make lots of calls, lots of emails, and really desperately try and get a ship. If not, then I'll jump on a plane and I'll be in Aussie tomorrow. And somebody has very, very kindly offered to do me shrimps on the barbie. So that's a big box ticked. So yeah, it's not going to be much of a vlog this. It's just really going to be me trying to get a ship. It's not bad, this place. Like I say, 50 quid, you can't complain, really. So we've got Horizons Unlimited. That's them who I contacted about a month ago. They got back to me and said they don't do it anymore. Fried egg sandwich. I've been in touch with this adventure rider, this guy who's done all this, asking him for advice. I've sent out 7 emails in the past half an hour. Sea rates is another one that I'm going to get in touch with. So far I've had 5 responses, all saying they don't do it anymore. The sea rates looks quite interesting. Hello. Speaking. Thanks very much indeed for ringing me back, yeah. That's a bummer. They can do it, but not for 10 days. They would have done it with pleasure, and they would have done it free of charge, seeing as I was doing it for charity. They would have done it for nothing. But I can't hang around here for 10 days. Sorry, I draw the line at that one. Right, so let's try this place. I'll see you in a bit. I'm having a coffee break. For 2 hours I've been doing this. Not getting anywhere either. Still, I shall keep going and keep going and keep going until I'm absolutely hitting a brick wall with nothing. See, I can see the sea, it's out there. There's all these little fishing boats. It's a long way to go though, isn't it, in a fishing boat? Oh well, keep going Ken, keep going. I've had a change the table. Doing me head in. Spoken to 4 companies on the phone. I've emailed another 10. I've got the manager looking for this other company. That's a message just come through from one of them now, I think. Right, okay, this company's saying can I call them back, so... Right, I'll give them a call. I've come outside for a breath of fresh air. I've had enough of being sat in that place. So far, the closest I've got, a guy rang me up and he said he was from such and such a Timor Leste yacht club. Would I be interested in going over on a yacht? I said, yeah, of course, absolutely. In for a penny, in for a pound, I can't get any more dodgier transport than I've actually been on these past 2 months. And he said, do you want to, you know, if you're more than welcome to join us on board on a yacht. I said, yeah, all right. It's a yacht race and it's not on until July. I really thought I got somewhere then. I really thought I got somewhere. Anyway, back to the drawing board. I'm having half an hour off. I'm having a break. How long do you reckon it'll take me to get over there in one of them? Because that's what it's looking like at the moment. 400 miles, that's all it is. It's not far. You couldn't, could you? You couldn't do it in one of them. It would take weeks. Oh well. The beach is a bit gravelly. Oh, it's a net. Right, well, I'm going to get a drink and then get back to it. I've only got about another 3 places to try now. So far my options, I think, are a yacht in July. This is how far I am from Australia. But I've absolutely exhausted every single avenue possible. I've contacted every single cargo ship, every haulier, even cruise ships. I got in touch with a travel agent. Cruise ships, because sometimes cruise ships will come from Bali and they do the Bali Lombok and then come down here on a cruise ship and then over to Australia. I've exhausted every avenue. I've spent hours trying to get across the water. So it looks like I'm going to have to jump on a plane. Which, yeah, it's a bit disappointing. It's a bit annoying, but hey, you know, we're still raising money for Brian House, still travelled thousands and thousands of miles. I've done 23 countries, 51 places, 63 hotels, 20 trains, 21 buses, 9 ferries, 8 cars, 3 tuk-tuks and a moped. Alright, the moped was only 30 seconds, but it was still a form of transport. And I've lost 6 hats. So, I ain't done bad. I've done alright. I'm proud of myself. So, you won't be any flights. That's all I need. That's all I need. I'll see when the flights are, I'll see what happens. So, hopefully tomorrow I'll be in Australia. Like I say, not the way I wanted to enter Australia, but I've still done it. I've still fucking done it. Brilliant. leaving, I had one more shot. I had one more shot at it, and that was with the manager of the hotel. He said that he knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody, but that's just gone tits up. So, unfortunately, I've got to do a 50-minute flight. I just hope you don't feel let down. You know, you followed me all this way, you watched all my vlogs and all the rest of it, and then I just can't do that last 400 miles. I've tried and I've tried and I've just come to a dead end. There's absolutely nothing whatsoever I can do. So I just I hope you don't feel let down, and I hope you've enjoyed all the vids anyway. But I want to thank everybody for their support, because I honestly couldn't have done this without the messages that I've had, the phone calls that I've had, the FaceTimes that I've had, just little comments that people make and little likes and stuff make all the difference. I could not have done this without people like yourselves. Thank you so much. But the vlogs have not finished. The vlogs are not over yet. They're not over yet. I've got to get to Australia, get to Darwin, then I'm going to Melbourne. I'm spending a couple of nights in Melbourne before I get back home. And then I will be doing the question and answers at Russ Brown's House of Illusions. Like I mentioned before, I'll leave the link. There are not a lot of tickets left. So if you want one, grab one! Right, I'm going now. I've had enough. It's been a shit day today. I've not enjoyed it at all. I'm going. I'll try and upload this now. I'm going to catch some sunshine. And I've lost a shoe.